I didn't forgive my fiancé for missing the birth of our daughter. My fiancé Jake promised me he'd be there when our baby was born. We had this whole birth plan mapped out, we took classes together, and he kept telling everyone how excited he was to cut the cord. But when I went into labor at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, guess where he was? At his buddy Connor's bachelor party 3 hours away. I called him when my water broke. No answer. Called again 20 minutes later when the contractions were getting real bad. Straight to voicemail. My mom drove me to the hospital while I'm literally screaming in pain, trying to reach this man who was supposed to be my partner through everything. 6 hours into labor, he finally texts me back. Babe, just saw your calls. Phone was dead. On my way. Just like that. Like I was asking him to pick up milk from the store. He showed up when I was already holding our daughter Emma. She was 2 hours old. He walked into that hospital room smelling like beer and regret, holding some gas station flowers he clearly grabbed on the way. The first thing he said wasn't sorry. It was, she's so beautiful, like he'd been there the whole time. My mom looked at him like she wanted to throw him out the window. Even the nurse gave him this disgusted look. Jake kept trying to explain how his phone died and there was no charger, and Connor was having a breakdown about getting married. Excuse after excuse. The worst part was watching him try to hold Emma like nothing happened. Like he didn't just miss the biggest moment of our lives because he couldn't leave a party. He kept saying things like, Daddy's here now, and I'm never leaving you again, princess. And I wanted to scream. Everyone kept telling me I'd get over it, that men mess up sometimes, that he made a mistake and he felt terrible. Even Jake's mom called me and said boys will be boys, and at least he came eventually. But I couldn't shake the feeling that if he could miss this, what else would he miss? When Emma got her first fever at 6 months, I called him at work. He said he'd leave early, didn't show up until 8 p.m. When she took her first steps, he was at another friend's house watching the game. Said he'd just be gone for a couple hours. Missed it completely. I started keeping track without even meaning to. Birthday parties he showed up late to. Doctor appointments he forgot about. School plays he scheduled work meetings during. Every single time, he had a reason. Traffic, important client, his boss needed him. The breaking point was Emma's 3rd birthday. He promised her he'd be there for cake at 2 p.m. She spent an hour by the window waiting for his car. When he finally showed up at 5 p.m., she was already asleep. He brought her this huge teddy bear like that would fix everything. That night, I told him we were done. He cried. Actually cried. Said he'd change, that he didn't realize how bad it had gotten. But I'd heard that speech before. The night Emma was born, he promised he'd never let us down again.